I don't know. For the most part, people think it's pretty cool. Teaching parkour is definitely not the what I had ever envisioned doing up until I found parkour, which wasn't until I was 18 years old. So there was um, it was kind of very up in the air what I wanted to do with myself, with my life. All right, so we're going to start off. So I found out about parkour when a friend of mine showed me a video. It was Urban Ninja, which was almost pre-parkour, kind of a lot of the same concepts, but more of like a Jackie Chan flair. And then also Russian climbing, which was Oleg over in Latvia. Kind of did a little bit more research, found American parkour, found a lot of really good resources at the time online. They were pretty early, and just started kind of training, messing around. All right, guys, we're gonna warm up, starting with a little game of tag. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! The biggest things that really brought parkour into the mainstream in the US was Casino Royale with Sebastian Foucan, who is credited as one of the founders of parkour or freerunning. And one of the main instrumental players in bringing parkour to the US was Mark II Rock.
Way before I ever heard the word parkour, I was jumping on stuff and I was climbing stuff and I was testing my own boundaries and using the environment as a playground. Even parts of it that weren't meant to be a playground, a park bench, a wall, a tree, seeing if I could jump from a loading dock to a railing and things like that that very much fit in with what parkour practitioners do now. And I was doing this in the early 1980s.
So you can start out with this room if you want.
Cool. All right, so right now we're in the main parkour studio. Kind of dead right now. It's a lot more lively when there's 15 people running and jumping around in here, or a bunch of kids doing gymnastics like we have on Saturday mornings. One of the things I love about our gym is I feel that we have a really great use of moving things around. I think some of the other gyms are really amazing. They're 5 times the space of this, and they have these built-in things that are really cool, but they're very built in. Whereas we take everything and move it around so the environment is constantly changing. We might as well run in here for a second, check out the store. So, one of the cool things now on every piece of gear that we have this embroidered, the letter P from the middle of the logo, which is pretty cool. I was making one a few minutes ago and I thought to bring you guys in here. So, And you just load it up. It's pretty cool if you zoom right in on that because it's a robot. I just feel like it adds quality. It adds a hand touch to each piece. So, and then of course the shoes. So each month about 150 pairs of shoes. Get these, the storyboards from the K-Swiss commercials. So these are 2 K-Swiss commercials we did featuring Anna Kournikova. Stuff like that. We were voted best gym in DC 2 years running, 2009, 2010.
The idea was that you have parkour, you have CrossFit, they kind of go hand in hand. Both of them were relatively new on the scene in terms of exercise, disciplines, whatever you want to consider parkour.
David Bell had said something along the lines of, I want to make a Shaolin temple for parkour. And I was so inspired by David Bell. And frankly, one of the things I had wanted to do a long time ago, I taught martial arts to kids. And I felt like teaching martial arts to kids was an amazing thing because you're giving these kids confidence, you're giving them respect, you're giving them so many great values. And parkour for me was just a better way to do that.
I'm used to squishy blue mats and pits and very pristine gymnastics gyms, and that's what I'm coming from. And I went in there and I was like, there's graffiti on the walls, this is an abandoned firehouse, like what am I doing here, you know? But I was kind of excited to try something new, so I was like, I'll give it a chance. Just starting to train in an environment that was so different than what I was used to, but still so useful. I think that the facility itself helped me kind of get over my need for squishy blue mats.
These are from our Olympic lifting program. So we have some really good Olympic weightlifters. One of them, Ashley, went to nationals and did pretty well. So this room originally was reserved for the Primal Barbell Club. So cool thing about this, in 1895, the engines were horses, and they lived in here. And you can see this archway that goes out into the alley. And so this is where the horses would go out in the alley, back in the front of the building, and pull the water carts around. Critically important part of the place. No gym would be complete without 2 gas grills. We have a lot of cookouts here, stuff like that, because really, Primal, even our CrossFit group, it's a community more than anything else. You know, in the early days, a gym was called a fitness club or a health club, and it really was a club. People belonged, and they went and they hung out and they talked and they did other activities, right? And fitness, just being stronger or fitter itself, there's value to it, but it's part of life, right? If your life isn't improved by it, then to me, it's incomplete. Parkour is for humans. And I think that's one of the really important aspects of the parkour community that probably separates it from some other activities, is that everyone is welcome. The only requirement is being human. And I think it forms a strong bond because we keep other things out of it. We keep politics out of it. We keep religion out of it. So parkour is based on things that we agree on. We love to move. We love to play. We love to run and jump and be creative. We love to better ourselves. And if we focus on those things, it builds a really strong community.
There's definitely a lot of personality in the parkour community, and I think that once you're a part of the family, like, that's it. You're always a part of it. You know, there are different gyms and there are different philosophies, and that's that, but I think once you try it and once you kind of get hooked on it, I think that the community is a big reason why people stay.
I truly believe that we have no purpose except that which we create. There are too many people. The earth doesn't need me. People don't need me. But I believe that there are things that I can do to help the planet and make it a better place for myself and other people. And I think that parkour is an amazing vehicle for that. It's a vehicle that is fun, playful, and benefits not only your fitness, but your whole mental outlook. I believe that people who do parkour have more accountability. I believe that they are more likely to help another person. And I believe that they're more likely to have self-confidence and have a calm and secure way to deal with problems and obstacles.
I found it really interesting to really be on the cutting edge of something each day, and it's not as stable as quite a few other ways to go through life, but it's very interesting. So I enjoy it, and everyone I know, my friends, family, are usually really supportive.
To me, it seems like a lot of people wish that they could quit their day jobs. And I have. And it's hard. It's not easy. I wish probably 8 days a week that I could go just bag groceries and just be told what to do and know what to do and know that I was doing my job and know that I was doing it well and that I could actually leave my job. But I don't ever leave my job. My job is with me 24/7. I am constantly concerned with how I can do it and do it better, constantly concerned with whether I'm doing it well. I do feel a lot of responsibility because a lot of people look to American parkour, and I take that very seriously. I really want it to be the most amazing thing, and I really want it to help people. So I think that people would look and say, oh, he's doing what he wants, he's his own boss, and he jumps around on stuff, and it's a lot of fun. And those things are all true. But it's also true that it's the hardest job I've ever had, and it just doesn't ever stop.